Now, I know you all want to visit with my mother. But I'm going to have to tell you why you're all here.
Oh, I see. You're not going to make a speech, are you?
Douglas, if I don't, you will, and then we'll all fall asleep. You were invited because you have all shared a great deal of my life, the good and the bad.
Oh, more good than bad, darling.
Personally, I feel very privileged, Victor.
Just trying to make me feel good. You all know the story of how Mother and I were separated the greater part of our lives, how much pain that caused. I just wish that I had known then what I know now. Namely, that my mother and I would be together again one time in our life. It would have made a lot of things a lot easier. Anyway, I now have to thank God and Nikki for bringing us together once more.
Yes. Thank God.
So you see, all's well that ends well.
It isn't ended. It has only just begun.
Welcome to the Newman Enterprises Gala, the 50th anniversary tribute, a celebration of an empire and its illustrious founder, Victor Newman.
I started out, believe it or not, selling soap from the back of my car. And I traveled all across the Midwest. A lot of manufacturing facilities, a lot of farms, a lot of businesses of every stripe. I'd helped develop that detergent. Worked well. So then I became successful. More successful. Then it became a company. And then a corporation. It was a tough road. Lots of ups and downs, but I never gave up. So I ended up in this magnificent town called General City.
Now, before we get started, let me just say that I think we have gathered together one of the best management groups in this country. However, as in any organization, I think there's always room for improvement. Jill, I understand that we have lost some of the key discount outlets for the Ashley line. It means millions of dollars in sales.
No, actually, we didn't lose them. We dropped them. They weren't willing to give us our full margins. It's always been our policy to let
Well, you know, policies are all good and well, but sometimes one has to change those policies because they become stale.
I get your drift.
Which brings us to the true purpose of this meeting.
What's the true purpose of this meeting, John?
Very simply, my old friend, to honor you, toast you for 25 years at the helm of Newman Enterprises. Very nice.
Oh, congratulations. My goodness.
So much. To me, the most wonderful thing would be to get married here in the town that's our home, and I could be with you and our baby and all our friends.
You wish to be married here, here it'll be. Right? It'll be the grandest wedding General City has ever seen. Would that make you happy? Huh?
Oh, yes. There's only one more thing I need.
What's that? You name it and you shall have it.
Well, after everything you've done, everything you're doing to make things perfect, there's one thing you haven't said.
What's that?
You haven't told me that you love me.
You know, I probably won't tell you often enough, because that's my nature. I do love you. Nothing. No one will ever keep us apart.
I don't know where my life would have ended up if not for this man. It's been a thrilling, sometimes heartbreaking journey, and I wouldn't have had it any other way.
Excuse me, what are you doing here this time of day? Ma'am, this kind of thing is supposed to be done after office hours. Kindly look at me when I speak with you. What are you doing here?
I missed you.
What the hell?
How do you like my disguise?
What are you doing?
Well, I'm going along with the strategy. Look, you're supposed to have gone back to Diane because you can't live without her, and you and I aren't supposed to be married, and we're not supposed to be madly in love, and I thought if somebody saw us together, they would figure out that it's a ruse.
I've never kissed a cleaning lady before. It's wonderful.
We ought to dress up more
Girl.
often.
My darling, without you, I doubt seriously that I could have, built the company that I have. You have offered sage advice very often, stood by my side. Our road has been rocky. Ooh, has it ever been rocky at times, right?
Well,
But we're still standing, you and I. And more in love with each other than ever. I will never let you down. All I want is to make magic for you. What you show this whole town what you're made of. I love you. And I know you love me.
thank you.
My father and I have butted heads on more than one occasion. But we've also shared a lot of laughter and a lot of tears. And despite all that, he has been my mentor and my rock through all of it. The one man that I can count on to catch me when I fall.
You look so radiant and beautiful. I love you. That's what I came to tell you.
I love you too, Dad.
You know, when it comes right down to it, the people who really love you show themselves.
Well, you've always shown your love to me.
And I always shall. All right? I will always help you.
Will you help me now?
How?
Just hold me up
You
during
bet.
the ceremony if I need it. Hold me
You bet
up.
I will. It will remind me of when you were a little girl, a toddler. And I held you by your hand, taught you how to walk.
I feel safer knowing you're there, Dad.
And I am grateful that he finally figured out that I am the heir apparent at Newman Enterprises, and I have been all along. And if you want to contest that, now would be the time to do it.
You know, that's all you, Vic. Dad, you know how much I love you. You also know the suit and tie lifestyle at Newman was never really my thing.
No, whoa. That's not how I remember it.
Hope you don't mind my sitting at your desk.
This is my office.
Every inch of it.
When the receptionist told me 7:05, I had no idea.
You like it?
It's not to like, Dad. It's terrific.
Huh? Computer, fax machine, your own bathroom. Not quite complete yet. Some of the things are due in, but
I don't know what to say. It's like a dream come true.
Our dream, my boy. Our dream. Come here. Welcome aboard.
I'm a little like my brother Nick in that I was never a great fit with the family business. And I can admit that now that I have succeeded outside the fold. But I'm a lot like my sister Victoria. I have learned so much from our father, and I know that I can always lean on him in times of trouble.
Sweetheart, all of us who've been in relationships, marriages, or love affairs, or whatever, it's tough to say goodbye. And you know how difficult it is for a father to watch his daughter cry and upset. And there's really very little one can do. But you're strong. You're a Newman.
I feel very strong right now.
Don't. Tell you what. If you should feel any kind of problems in the future that you think you can't solve, you come to me, okay? Come here. Sweetheart. Okay. You're all right.
I love you, Dad, with all my heart.
May I? I just... Well, guess it's my turn.
It's been so long since I've held a newborn in my arms, huh? It's a long time. Yeah. You're my little boy. You're my little boy. It's hard to imagine that I'm a father again, isn't it? Hmm?
He is beautiful, isn't he, Victor?
Yes. He's so beautiful. My goodness. Yeah. There we are. There we are.
You know, no matter how contentious things have gotten with Victor and I, or how fraught or laced with resentment, we always manage to find our way back to each other because there is an invisible bond that we share that cannot be broken. It's a father and son connection, and that is something that I was not even aware of until I was an adult. And Dad, I just want you to know that I truly hope that we have reached a turning point because I'd like to know and understand you better. And I'd like to find more things that I admire about you so I can finally catch up with my siblings.
That would be nice.
And there is nothing quite like two arch rivals who in their later years discover they can actually sit down and have a somewhat civil conversation. It is the power of time, something that neither of us can control or slow down. I have had more conflict with the man I call the Black Knight than the rest of you combined. Our battles over business, over matters of personal and family business are the stuff of legend. And I guess it can safely be said that in some way, Victor and I have each defined the other.
You think you have won? You don't begin to understand the power of Victor Newman. Touch you! I will touch you!
So may I say in closing, there is no one like Victor Newman. No one on earth, never will be. And you can take that any way you like.
Where do I begin? What can I possibly say about a man that I have known, that I have loved, that I've wanted to throttle on more than one occasion, since I was a very impressionable young 20-something? To say that our relationship has been complicated is an understatement. You've been my lover, my husband, my mentor, and my competitor. You've also been the dearest and most interesting friend that a woman could ever have.
I would like to propose a toast to you. The most incredible, the most wonderful man I've ever known. Do you know what you've done? Do you know what this is?
No, I'm not sure.
This is a fantasy come true. I have wanted a hideaway and a place to escape to, and a place that's just mine. I'm telling you, this has been a dream of mine for as long as I can remember.
Well, that's what I want to do. Is to make all your fantasies come true.
Whatever happened between us, we can always be proud of our beautiful daughter, now and always.
That we can.
You know, I don't think there's a person in this room that doesn't remember where they were or what they were doing the first time they met Victor. He is definitely a man that makes an impression on you for life.
There's a sign at the gate. Did you read it?
What sign?
It says no solicitors. Do you know what that means?
I'm not a solicitor. No, you don't remember me. You brought your car into the gas station where I worked because you couldn't get it started.
And now you're bringing it back. I'm sorry if I have been a little short with you. I've had a bit of bad luck today. I'm rather out of sorts.
Yeah, I know you have.
I beg your pardon?
Here, I found this at work. I think it belongs to you, doesn't it? Oh, it's all there, all $5,000.
Come here. You're telling me that you found this at the gas station where it apparently fell out of my coat pocket. Now you are returning it, is that it? Is that simple?
Oh, it wasn't that easy. I had to think really hard about it.
You were tempted to keep it, but you didn't. Honesty, there's nothing stronger in a man's character than that. Young men like you are few and far between these days. I'm extremely impressed with your gesture of integrity. I venture this sum of money would have been much more useful to you than it was to me. Right?
Oh, yeah. I cannot deny that.
And yet you refused to take what you hadn't earned, although it was within your grasp. Please accept this. You did earn that.
$500?
Honesty is worth 10 times that amount.
And we had our difficult moments, too. There were times when I didn't think our friendship would survive. But through it all, I always respected your devotion to your family.
Hello, old friend.
Hello, Jill.
A martini sounds good to me.
Straight up on the rocks or on...
Oh, on the rocks, very definitely. Much safer that way.
Strange, you don't strike me as a woman who plays it safe.
I guess I'm not.
Twist, Olive, or...
Twist.
Okay, Twist. Marie. Make yourself comfortable. Relax.
Oh, I'm very comfortable.
If you feel like it, take off your shoes, you know, whatever. Here we are.
Thank you.
The evening ahead. Whatever that may bring. Yes.
Mwah. Thank you for the wonderful memories and the not so wonderful memories.
Well done, well done. 2, Victor Newman, never a dull moment.
You remember the coat?
Yeah. It was too tight in the sleeves. And I promised I'd mend it before I left. But then I would have had to say goodbye. And I couldn't do that.
You are my mother. I've been waiting for you for years. And you never look back. Never.
I didn't know.
The last time I saw Christian, the name he went by as a child, was when we were children during that terrible night at the orphanage. Our father had abandoned us, and my mother, because of her poverty, was forced to choose between her 2 sons.
You spent a lifetime knowing that you forced my dear, gentle mother, your wife, who always believed in you, to put me into an orphanage. My sleeve was torn at the elbow because I didn't want to leave my mother. A woman in the orphanage had to tear me away from her arms. I was 7 years old. Left alone, no father, no mother. And then I hear that you came back one day to visit your family, only to disappear again. And you faked your own death because you didn't want your success to trickle down to your sons or your wife that you left behind destitute.
What do you want from me now, Christian Miller? Money? I'm a wealthy man. $1 million. 2 million. Name your price. I'll write you a check and then you can go.
I want nothing from you. Nothing. I'm no longer Christian Miller. I'm Victor Newman. I'm the Victor Newman. Do you understand that? I've made my own life.
I'm wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. I'm respected and known around the world. And perhaps I should thank you for the pain you have caused me, for the cruelty you have done to me. Because without that, I would not be the man I'm now. And without the pain that I've carried with me for all my life, I wouldn't have realized that none of it means anything. No wealth means anything without family.
So I can hardly blame him for being skeptical when I showed up, hoping to reconnect.
My name's Miller. Matt Miller. Ring a bell?
No, I can't say it does.
It should. I'm your brother, Victor.
When you're raised with people who consider you just another mouth to feed, without any warmth or love, I guess you become very resourceful. You know, you just sort of learn the cold realities of life, which is really what you need to succeed in business.
And you've certainly done that. So, I guess instead of resenting me, you should thank me.
Well, there's more to life than just cold realities. And thanks to you, those are lessons that I never learned.
Neither did I, brother.
You blaming me for that, or what?
Yeah, I did for a long time. Every time I watched our mother grieve for her long-lost favorite son.
I guess there's one thing we know definitely about one another. I guess we still feel a lot of anger, don't we?
Victor, I'm so glad we have healed the past and found a way to move forward as brothers.
So am I, Matt. Well, what a day. Thank you all for your memories and recollections. I am truly humbled and honored. I really am. Nice that you came.
Oh, we wouldn't have missed it.
Mr. Newman?
You know, evenings like this, I miss Neil. Think about him a lot.
So do I.
Yeah. Neil, I really don't want to lose you. I value your contributions as an executive, as a colleague, and most importantly, you're a friend. Let me say it again, I hope you won't leave.
I don't want to leave.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Yep.
May I have your attention, please? Thank you. I have a very special surprise for you. A fabulous light installation that was created specifically for this event. My darling.
What is this? My goodness.
Please, everybody, come this way. Everyone, please come in. There's room for everybody.
Oh, that's incredible.
Wow, this is amazing.
As some of you may know, our grandson Noah is a fine photographer. In fact, he's made something of a name for himself on the London art scene. When I traveled there recently, we got together. I pitched my idea, and he loved it.
We wanted to do something a little more creative than an album, so.
Wow. There's the wolf.
All these lights and shadows and moving images you see are a representation of the vibrant energy that Victor's always brought to Newman Enterprises, as well as the love for his family and friends that's visible everywhere we look.
Let's hear it from my kid.
What a terrific evening.
Totally unexpected.
Oh.
I'm so happy that you could join us.
Me too. I really do have to be going.
Let me take you to the door.
Thank you.
Everything okay?
Everything's great. Proud of you. The way you spoke about Victor.
Well, I meant it. I really do think my dad and I have reached a turning point in our relationship.
I hope that's true, Adam.
Well, only time will tell.
I'm so happy that you came to celebrate this occasion with me and my family.
Wild horses couldn't have kept me away.
You and I have come a long way, haven't we?
Mm-hmm. Life has a way of doing that.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, my friend, I should be taking off as well.
Brother Matt.
Matt, can't you please stay at the ranch for a day or two and we can visit?
I would love to, but I got a big business meeting tomorrow. Got a seat on the red eye tonight.
Oh.
I am not the man of leisure that my brother is.
Now, wait a minute. Don't think it's all wonderful and life of leisure is not as easy as they say it is.
Still, it looks like it agrees with you, my friend, so I'm very happy for you.
Nice to see you, man.
Take care.
Bye, brother.
Nikki.
Hey, Matt.
We'll miss you.
Miss you too.
Oh.
Don't be a stranger, okay?
Travel
Hope not.
safely.
Bye, man.
See you guys.
Nice to see you.
So, was it everything you hoped for?
It was more than that, sweetheart. More than I expected.
I loved all the tributes, the memories.
I mean, after all the things I've been through, after all the people I've come up against, it's amazing that anyone had anything nice to say.
Oh, people love you in spite of all that. No one more than me.
No one is more important in my life than you are. You make it all worth living.
I love you.